Hey y'all, I'm Mandy and this is Mandy in the Making. Welcome back to this week's video of winter dinners. If you are new to my channel, Winter Dinners is just a video we do every Friday showing you 3 different winter dinners throughout our week. For our first winter dinner of the week, I am making Instant Pot Chicken Pad Thai. Someone holding the camera is really excited. To get started, I'm going to prep our veggies. If you have a spiralizer, you can use that for zucchini. Otherwise, you're going to cut them into matchsticks. Now we're going to get started on our sauce. So I've got 1/4 cup of brown sugar. We want to use 2 tablespoons of natural creamy peanut butter, 5 cloves of garlic minced. Here in this 1 cup, I have 1/4 cup of chicken broth, 1/4 cup of rice vinegar, 1/4 cup of low sodium soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of fish sauce, 1 tablespoon of sesame oil, and 1 tablespoon of sriracha. So let's add all of this in here and we're gonna whisk everything together. And the recipe doesn't call for it, but we like to add some heat. So these are peppers that we grew in our little garden, our Charlie Brown garden. We're gonna add these in with the sauce. Steven chopped up the chicken for me. He chopped it into pretty small pieces. I think the recipe calls for 1.5-inch cubes, but he did them more like slices. In today's video, 2 of our 3 meals have meat in them, and it all comes from ButcherBox. Thank you so much to ButcherBox for sponsoring today's video. If you've been watching my videos for any length of time, you know I have a strong love for ButcherBox and the meats that we get from them. They are a whole class, a whole level above anything else you can buy in a regular grocery store. When you shop at your grocery store for meat, most of the time you have no clue where it's coming from. You have no idea what's been pumped into it. That's why I love ButcherBox, because they source from farmers and fishermen who meet the highest standards for quality. ButcherBox delivers 100% grass-fed, grass-finished beef, free-range organic chicken, pork raised, crate-free, and wild-caught seafood directly to your doorstep. All of that combined just means that you are putting a high-quality meat on your table for you and your family. It arrives in a 100% recyclable box, and everything is already frozen. It was frozen at its peak freshness, so you don't have to worry about repackaging anything. It can go straight into your freezer, and you can grab it out when you're ready to thaw it for dinner. I was just showing you the chicken. Now I'm showing you the uncured hot dogs, and then next, the beef patties. Keep those in mind. I have a special for you don't want to miss. When you go to their website, it is so easy to navigate and you can learn all about their service. You can learn all about where your meat is coming from. I really like their website. So if you've never tried ButcherBox before, basically you get to choose your box and your delivery frequency. They offer 5 different boxes, 4 curated box options, and then they also have a very popular custom box, which has quickly become our favorite. With the custom box, you just go in and choose which meats you prefer to have in that particular shipment. This is a subscription box, but you can cancel it anytime, and you can always change the frequency of your box to meet your family's needs. And if you're wondering what some of our favorite meats from ButcherBox are, it has to be hands down the steaks. Their steaks are absolutely amazing. We've never had steaks that taste that great from a grocery store. Be sure to click the link in my description box to go check out ButcherBox. New members are going to receive chicken, burgers, and hot dogs for free in their first box, and all boxes always ship for free. Okay, let's get started. I'm gonna add all of our chicken. This is 1 large chicken breast, by the way. Add it to the bottom here. Now we're just gonna pour our sauce over top. Now that they're all coated in the sauce, let's add 1 cup of matchstick carrots. And we're also gonna add in the white and light green parts of our green onion. All right, we're gonna cook this on high for 4 minutes. Now that it cooked for 4 minutes, we're going to slow release for 5 minutes. We're gonna use half of this package because we only need 8 ounces of rice noodles. We're just gonna cook these according to the package directions. Let's put a timer on just so we don't overcook them. Now into the sauce, we're gonna add 1 cup of bean sprouts and all of our bell pepper and zucchini. You want to coat these in the sauce. Just put the lid back on and let it naturally steam. Don't use the steam function on your Instant Pot. If it has one, it'll turn everything to mush. So just let it naturally kind of sit there for 3 to 4 minutes. Okay, it's been 5 minutes. Let's drain our rice noodles. Let's add our rice noodles in, give everything a toss, and then it's gonna be time to eat.
I'm excited because pad thai is my favorite, probably my favorite. Yeah, it is my favorite Thai dish.
It is, yeah.
Pad thai is my favorite. I love curry too, but pad thai, there's something about it.
Whenever we go to the Thai restaurant, that's what he gets, is pad thai.
All right, so let's get some of this action here. Mmm. 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 Oh my word, that is good.
Yeah?
Oh, wow. Yes. Spicy. It's, I mean, very, very, very similar to the pad thai dish that you get at the restaurant. Very similar. I mean, this tastes authentic. Authentic, homemade pad thai. Incredible.
Okay, I love you, and I'm so excited for you to explain everything, but I gotta eat though. It is very reminiscent of what we get when we go to the restaurant, so I have a feeling this will probably be in a favorites video. Okay, y'all, for our second winter dinner this week, we're keeping it simple. It's all gonna be in one skillet. It is sausage and peppers skillet. It's simple. For this recipe, we're gonna be using 2 things out of our little Charlie Brown garden. We're gonna use some of our peppers and our basil, and then we're also gonna be using the ButcherBox sweet Italian sausages. This is our first time trying these. I'm really excited about it. Okay, I've got this really large pan here. We're gonna heat it to medium heat. Okay, we're gonna add about 2 or 3 tablespoons of olive oil to this. We've got 4 sweet sausages. You could always use hot. Okay, we're gonna brown these up for about 5 minutes, and we're gonna turn them occasionally. Once the internal temperature of your sausages gets to about 160, you can go ahead and take them off. You're gonna remove them and put them on a plate. Now in that same pan, we're just gonna add all of our peppers and onions, and that includes our jalapeno and the little chili peppers from our garden. And once you've added those, you're gonna stir them occasionally, but you wanna cook them for a good 10 minutes or so. You really wanna cook these down. If they get charred a little bit, even better. Now that our veggies are good and tender and they've got some color on them, we're gonna add in a whole lot of garlic. The recipe calls for 6 cloves. I think we did 5 because 2 of ours were so large. We're just gonna stir this around and let it cook for about 1 minute. Now I'm gonna add in half a cup of chicken broth. You could also do half a cup of red wine or white wine if you wanted to. And we're just gonna kind of deglaze the pan. So I'm gonna scrape the bottom of the pan to make sure I get up all of the kind of brown bits on the bottom. And we're gonna let this reduce down for 3 or 4 minutes. Okay, now we're gonna add in a can of fire roasted tomatoes. We've got a couple of teaspoons of our fresh basil. You could also use dried basil if that's what you have on hand. A couple of teaspoons of oregano. And a little salt and pepper. I'm just gonna combine all of this, and then we're gonna pop the sausages right back in here and nestle them down into this mixture. Okay, so I'm gonna put these down here. This is gonna simmer for about 15 minutes. So we cooked these all of the way beforehand. We could have stopped a little early because they're gonna continue to cook right now, but that's okay. So 15 to 20 minutes, let this simmer, and then it'll be time to eat.
Smells and looks amazing. That's a huge understatement here. Man, it is hard to beat sausages with sauteed veggies like peppers. Oh man, that is incredible. The basil just sets everything off. It's just the garlic and all of those flavors infused into those peppers, and they're cooked perfectly. But that sausage, oh man, it is just absolutely incredible.
It's so pretty. Just the plate itself is just so pretty. Now, how's the spice level there,
It's
Steven?
really spicy. It's too spicy.
For me.
For Mandy.
Yeah.
I like the spice. I think she's gonna have a hard time with the spice. So probably, unless you really like spicy, don't go with the red pepper flake. But that was totally optional. You can keep that out. It's not a big deal.
Right.
But
and we went with fresh red
this.
pepper, so ours is like extra hot. So let's see how this goes for Mandy. I love the char on the veggies. Like, that just makes me smile. I've already tasted the sausage. It's really good. There was no heat there, but let's dig in, y'all.
So what I like about this especially is you have the contrast of flavor.
Yeah.
With sort of the sweet mapley flavor of the Italian sausage.
Right.
With the crisp, spicy flavor of the peppers.
Yes.
It is just absolutely incredible.
That's exactly what I said when I tasted this sausage. It tastes like maple. Like, it has a little bit of maple to it. Y'all, this is not burning me up as much as I expected it to. So that's a good thing. It's not too hot. You see, I was prepared. I brought milk just in case. Because you know, milk takes the burnout. I mean, my mouth is hot, but it's not on fire hot. This is so tasty. Highly, highly recommend this.
Yeah.
It's our third winter dinner of the week, and tonight it's Subbie supper night. Tonight's Subbie supper comes from Roshae. Roshae is from St. Louis, Missouri, and she is currently a senior at the University of Missouri in Columbia, Missouri. She is studying arts and culture magazine journalism, and she said that telling people stories through writing is a huge passion of hers. She hopes to one day write for a magazine discussing pop culture and social justice issues. She said in addition to her love for writing, she also loves to cook. She said she has some amazing cooks in her family, and her family is from Jamaica, so she said good food is always associated with a good time. As she was growing up, she loved to be in the kitchen and help create new recipes. She also said that cooking was her first love before writing, and originally she wanted to go to culinary school. So thank you, Roshae, for sending this in. Her recipe is a black bean taco stuffed potatoes. Let's get started. We really don't have a lot of chopping to do. I'm gonna dice up this portion of red onion and then also dice up some red bell pepper. So it's just me and Steven here tonight, but these potatoes aren't very large. So I'm gonna do 3 potatoes. Me and him will split the extra one, but I'm gonna do mine in the Instant Pot. She mentions doing hers in the oven, and that would be a great idea, especially if you're wanting to crisp it up and you like to eat the skins. But Steven and I don't really eat the skins, so we're just gonna do the easy route and do it in the Instant Pot. Okay, I've got my skillet here. I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil so we can saute our peppers and our onions. We're just going to saute these for 3 to 5 minutes, just until they're really soft and translucent. Okay, it's been about 5 minutes. I'm going to add in my black beans, which I have drained and rinsed. And I'm going to add in some frozen corn. This is about 3/4 a cup. We're going to let both of these warm through for another 3 minutes or so. Now that that's warmed through, let's add a can of diced green chilies. And I'm also going to add some taco seasoning. She doesn't say how much, she just said however much you want. So I'm going to start with probably a couple of tablespoons and see what I think. Now at this point she said just to add just a couple of splashes of water. And lastly, I'm going to add some lime juice for flavor. Now this last step is completely optional, but she did mention that she loves to add a little bit of hot sauce, and y'all know, you know. Okay, this is ready to go. This is going into our potatoes. Let's go plate this up. Okay, to go in our potatoes, I'm going to shred a little bit of Monterey Jack cheese. Tonight I'm serving this with corn salsa, guacamole, and cilantro lime rice. All of these are Chipotle copycat recipes, and I fixed them on Tuesday's video. So if you haven't seen those, little plug, you should go see that video.
Let's get some of this rice first, okay? That is absolutely amazing. That is by far my favorite rice.
Ever?
Ever. There is no better rice. I love the Mexican rice.
Yeah.
And the Mexican rice is always a hot hitter, you know, heavy hitter, but this is tremendous. I don't know that I've ever had white rice steamed and cooked this way that has this much flavor. That is tremendous.
Well, it's the copycat recipe from Chipotle, so. But now let's try Roshae's black bean taco stuffed potatoes.
Man, yeah.
And we added a little bit of corn salsa to it.
Oh gosh. Look
There's gonna be so much flavor, babe.
Yes. Wow, that bean salsa, just a little bit of spice. Man, lots of flavor in that. Just a little kick.
Yeah.
To that for sure.
Well, I added this. He went and grabbed that. He was like, I'm gonna get some hot sauce. I said, well, there's already some in there. Good stuff?
But that bean salsa, man, wow. And then just a little bit of the
corn salsa.
The corn salsa in there. Did you put lime in the corn salsa?
Uh-huh.
This is a very interesting meal.
Well, I'm excited.
Really
okay.
Lots of great flavors going on here.
I'm really excited to hear you talk about it, but I'm even more excited to eat it, so I'll be back. Y'all, this meal is better than Chipotle. All of this combined is just perfection. The rice, the guacamole. If you want to make a different guacamole than what I made on Tuesday, I'll put the recipe below that Roshae included. She said it was called Lazy Man's Guac or Lazy Girl's Guac. I'll put that down below as well, but this is phenomenal. Thank you, Roshae, for sharing this with us. We love, love, love it. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this week's winter dinners. They were some outstanding meals. Give me a thumbs up if you think so too, and if you look forward to trying them out yourselves. Also, don't forget to go check the link in my description box for ButcherBox. Just go check them out. Don't forget, new members are going to receive chicken, burgers, and hot dogs for free in their first ButcherBox. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye. I was going to explain to you off camera what I was going to do right now.
Explain it as if you're just talking to me. Just explain it to me.
I was going to tell you how we're going to film this.
Okay.
They don't need to know that.
No, you just tell me. You just tell me. Tell him. How are we going to do it?
You know, I can just put the camera on a tripod. There's a gnat in here. My eyes just went cross. There's a gnat in here. I could just put the camera on a tripod.
Don't do that. Just tell me. Tell me how you're going to do this.
I was just going to tell you how I wanted you to film this.
Yeah, would you tell me?
So that I could edit. No! Steven! Gracie, you don't want this one and it has no cheese. Isn't that awful?
No cheese, Gracie. Sorry, little girl.
It's like she understands.
You do another clean with me. Get some cleaning going on here. I'm just kidding.
I love him so much.
Oh, you're so cute and you're mad.
Honk, honk. There's no cheese in this one either. What's wrong with us this week? Tell them.
Grace.
See, there's supposed to be cheese in every meal.
Great time. You want a treat?
Wait, Tom.
You want a treat, Grayson?
I want to get nestled down in that mixture. Put me in that
That's
mixture.
right.